ranked team in the land, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Red Wolves will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tuggle. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Holds it in. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
The Chanticleers are marching down the field. Off play action on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice move to keep running.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Smith dropping to pass. Looking deep. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
It leads to second down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Red Wolves come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass.
Oh, come on.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception, and everybody on defense return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean,
Afterburner's coming. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They're trying to get to him.
Gap.
He fires it out to the right. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
Good play, sir.
Run out of bounds after the long game, and they've got it now 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Wolves. Ready to try the point after.
Number 21, with the carry.
And it's perfect. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tuggle. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Smith wants to throw. Gets open down the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. He's looking to throw it. Fires.
Oh, what was that?
Into double coverage, and it's
What the
intercepted.
fuck was that?
Going the other way, and he's got room. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Loses 3. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Oh,
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the Red Wolves are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
The Red Wolves have this offense rolling. Just when they're looking run, now up top. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How nice is it for the quarterback knowing he's got a tight end that can get down the field vertically on the corner route? You know, if you just put it anywhere near this guy, with his long arms, he's going to pluck the football. You did it right there.
He's there to make the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He's back to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going deep. And it's swatted away as a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on fourth down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the offense. Using his feet. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it and try to get his offense some positive yards.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. And that pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Wolves. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it.
Lost one deep down the right side. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, shot to clear.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pocket starts to collapse.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
On second down, wants to throw it.
Oh, give me that.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Line getting set on second down.
All right, good adjustment.
The give from the gun. Runs through a tackle. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Unloads to the wideout.
Come on.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He got it. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Oh, he's going to go for the return.
Oh, why did I grab the man?
Got a little room.
Oh,
Returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarter.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down. It was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression. To the air on 1st down.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Smith wants to throw. Getting some heat. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the shot to clear as Will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Yates. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Safe completion on the screen. At the 35, he's open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
For 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down.
Damn.
Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Leaves it with the back. Got some room headed to the goal line. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run,
Right.
I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Go straight ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation. You can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The give. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
On the
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Smith dropping to pass. Feeling some heat. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And that's another shot to clear.
The shot that clears will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw.
Oh, fuck.
Quick
Oh, shit.
completion on the out route. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part pulling that guy.
Oh!
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long, whether it's been because of... Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket...
3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Grabbed over the middle, it's Gage. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep him away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Right down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
With jet sweep pass. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Arkansas State 28, Coastal Carolina 20.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Smith wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the shot that clears in the hurry up.
And that's another shot to clear.
Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw it. Keeps it going. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on 1st down, stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone.
Young, why did throw the ball on the first try today?
Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
But that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw it again. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Oh!
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows. It's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw.
Come on.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. Makes a catch and knocked down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Finds a crease at the 20. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game. And what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on. That was his longest run of the game.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. And the Red Wolves look to keep this drive humming. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Come on. right?
Touchdown, Red Wolves! He would not be denied. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to advance on the football.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And your Coastal Carolina Shunts will take over 1st and 10.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David. Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Smith dropping to pass. Got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Peacefully sleep. Go. You was peacefully sleep. You was peacefully sleep. Oh. Go. Go. No, not what you drooling.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue. They start smelling an upset, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the James Madison Dukes, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Dukes will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll return it. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense set on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Moving past the 25. Open runway ahead. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Hurricane.
What a way to start this game offensively. You find the matchup you like, you put it in his hands, and he does the rest. The defense looks like they were sleepwalking out there to start this game. One play, they go the distance to score a touchdown. This defense better wake up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Walters. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. He's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They'll go to the ground. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Back to pass, it's Prince. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Gonna run it. It's Gentry. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Way too close to punt, way too far for the field goal. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down instead of go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Now they'll try the right side. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the point after is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Dallas is worth its weight in gold to the Mustangs. 60 minutes of football. A convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Williams will pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He wants to pass it on second down. Finds his man. It's Gentry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Looking for a crease. It's Gentry. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking downfield, it's Prince. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. And to open the second quarter, they'll start with a field goal try. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all not enough. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
He'll keep it himself. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
This offense is really going to try to keep the defense on their heels in the run game by doing it with different guys. It'll be running backs, it'll be quarterbacks. They may even try to get receivers involved in the jet sweep game, reverse game as well. But a nice play there.
Makes the grab on the left. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Williams looking for a man. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground, and now getting him behind the sticks.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone. 1st down for this offense. Handoff from the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Prince. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Gentry. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short. Defensively taking all the throws and options away from the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Inside the 30. He's off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Kane.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Wisconsin delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Madison. The thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the Big Ten. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Williams will pass. Finds his tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
And after starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
And he added the extra point.
Miami.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Fires to the right. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll reach for a 53-yarder and have to guide it in with precision from the right side. That is no good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead. Still a 17-point cushion. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Canes will kick it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Looking to pass. It's Prince. He finds his man at the 45 on his way. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Spits it out to the back. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll leave it with him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a gap. It's Gentry. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. To the air. It's Prince. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's down right there. Picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And it's his fourth interception of the game. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Handoff to the single back. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Wide open downfield. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll run the counter. Not much there on the line. He gets one to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Power football with the run. At the 20, he's got space. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Fast motion from the offense. The give to the back. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the stomping has commenced.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1. Lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Arizona State was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Sun Devils team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
First down to start the drive after the break. They try to pop a run on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Out of the gun to get to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job and contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Let's go. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. From the gun to give, looking for room. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He'll do it himself. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And he puts through the extra point. pick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Going for the return. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hand. The Dukes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Now the play fake. Floating away. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a whole load of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.